Hello and welcome to Storybook Azeroth, where we adventure through the greatest stories in the world of Warcraft. The Burning Legion has returned, and today priests from all creeds across Azeroth unite to seek out divine artifacts and bring light and shadow to bear against the Legion.
You need something?
I have come at behest of one who seeks to organize a stronger resistance to the Legion threat. If you would meet him at Fowl's Rest in Tirisfal Glades, he will guarantee both your safety and an opportunity to play a pivotal role in the conflict.
Have a good one.
Excellent. Fowl wants you to have this Hearthstone. It should get you to his meeting place.
Let's talk again soon.
Hello there. You were not followed, were you? Are you the one I'm supposed to meet? Why all the way out here?
Forgive the secrecy. Old habits die hard. I am Alonsus Fowl. At times, I have been a leader of a church, a mindless minion of the Scourge, and a commander in a secret war. But I have always been a priest first. The Legion poses a threat that cannot be ignored, so I have decided to step out from the shadows. I believe we must unite priesthoods of all denominations against our common enemy. To lead this effort, we require a priest who is a proven champion to all people. I believe that you are that hero, but others must be convinced. Will you accept this challenge? We will accomplish much together.
Can I take that as a yes? If you are ready, I'd like to get started immediately. I know you are immensely capable, but let's not leave anything to chance.
Until next time.
To face the trials ahead, you require a weapon that can enhance your considerable abilities. I have learned of a few possibilities that you might consider. You must decide which weapon to pursue first. I have the utmost confidence in your decision.
How may I help you?
Light's Wrath, a bold choice. Though if you believe you can control its energies, it could prove vital to our cause. Retrieving it won't be easy. It was last held by the Kirin Tor, who, fearing its unbridled power, handed it to the Blue Dragonflight to secure away from the hands of men. Only they would know exactly where it was taken or how to retrieve it. The Dragon Calic may be our best chance. He now resides upon the Council of Six in Dalaran. Seek him and your answers there.
We will rise to any challenge.
You seek Light's Wrath, a dangerous weapon to be sure. Long ago, the Kirin Tor entrusted its safekeeping to the Blue Dragonflight. It was locked away in the only place that could contain its rampant power, the Nexus Vault. I have not been there in some time, however. After the Blue Dragonflight was dissolved, the Nexus was abandoned. There is no knowing whether the Nexus Vault is still intact, or what may be waiting in the Nexus itself.
Together we will defend our world.
If you seek the Nexus, I would warn you not to rush headlong. There are strange happenings in Caldera, and it would be best to gather some information before proceeding. During my last visit to the Dragonblight, I sensed unusual energies from the Azure Dragon Shrine. Since this place was very closely tied to Malagos's plans during the Nexus Wars, whatever is present there may explain the current state of the Nexus.
This portal is very similar to ones used by the Ethereals in Outland. Could they be the threat? What did Malagos promise them? This device appears to draw upon the void energy released when Malygos forced Azeroth's ley lines into the twisting nether. The design looks very familiar. This weapon has been infused with dark energies from the twisting nether. Whoever wielded it must be seeking to harness void energy. But for what purpose? Yet more evidence of ethereal technology. This may be an unfortunate turn. There's only one way to find out who's really behind this.
This appears to be a communication device commonly utilized by the ethereals. Perhaps it could be the key to finding out who is behind the happenings at the Dragon Shrine. The device still hums with power. It must have been abandoned not long ago. The nearby switch appears to activate it.
Who dares to... What have we here? Another intruder, come to claim the treasures of the Nexus Vault. You are too late. Even now, the powers within the vault serve to widen the breach into the twisting nether. With this power, the Ethereum will become unstoppable. We will become void!
So, the Ethereum has taken the Nexus, and yet that seems to be the least of our worries. Their plan to widen the breach into the twisting nether poses a threat to all of Azeroth. It seems fate has set you on this path for a reason. Not only must you recover the weapon you seek, but you must put a stop to the Ethereum as well. You should travel at once to Caldera in Borean Tundra. There, I would recommend you scout out a few key locations and report back to me. I know the area well, and should be able to tell you how to proceed. Make haste.
Whatever the Ethereals are up to is generating an incredible amount of void energy. They must be using Malygos' surge needles. Fly over to one, and let's take a closer look. The Ethereum have altered the surge needles. They are tapping into void energy caused by the rift. Their power must also be feeding the shield around the Nexus. Let us take a look at the Foundation. The vault must be weakened. The energy from your weapon is breaking its way free. This may work to our advantage.
It seems the Ethereum has gleaned how to use Malygos' surge needles to bore deeper into the twisting nether. I believe we might be able to use these devices against them. The energy from Light's Wrath lashes out from within the weakened Nexus Vault. We may be able to use this raw, chaotic energy to our advantage. If we can harness this energy and feed it into the surge needles, it should cause a rather destructive reaction.
Every little death helps.
I see you are able to harness the energies of Light's Wrath. It has been a long time since there was a priest who could control it. Now, are you prepared to unleash it? You have the power you need to destroy the surge needles. At the location of the breaches where the surge needles pierce the ground, there will be a large concentration of void energy. Focus the power of Light's Wrath into these points of focused void. and their reaction should cause an overload, destroying the surge needle above. You must act quickly. The Ethereum likely won't sit idly by as you lay waste to their machinations.
The shadow is lifted. What little mind is this I sense that has freed my consciousness from the ethereal's trap?
Azuragos. He must have returned to the Nexus to secure the artifacts in the vault. Malagos always trusted him to watch over the magical items in the care of the flight. I'm afraid I must ask another favor of you.
The Nexus Vault lies deep beneath the main spire. You will find its entrance in the lowest chamber of the spire's base. The volatile energies within the Nexus seem to be interfering with the image crystal. I fear you may be on your own from here. Good luck.
If the Ethereum managed to capture Azuragos, they are more powerful than I had imagined. We have not always seen eye to eye, Azuragos and I, but he is still my kin. Since you seek to put an end to the Ethereals and claim Light's wrath, I would ask that you also free my brother from their grip. With the Surge Needles destroyed, the shield has dissipated. The Nexus awaits.
So, the lock on the Nexus has been broken, and by a common adventurer, no less. Will wonders never cease? If you've come to engage me in battle in hopes of obtaining some spurious trinket, I'm afraid you're too late. The Ethereum have taken the bite out of this old dragon, and I fear they have robbed me of anything you would deem useful. If it's looting you desire, as your kind so often does, then I suggest taking the fight to them. Wait, are you here after them? In that case, I could use a hand. Capable healer, priest. I feel my strength returning. I assume you come seeking the Nexus Vault. Why else would anyone return to this place? Unfortunately, access to the vault is proving difficult. If you help me access the librarium, I will find a way through. We must not let the Ethereum obtain the artifacts it holds. But first, I think I'll slip into a more comfortable form. These halls were never quite spacious enough for my tastes.
Shall we?
Nexus Vault is weakening. That holy fire can only mean Light's wrath is no longer fully contained. It is a most potent and chaotic weapon. It will lash out at us as we try to approach. Be prepared.
I'm overjoyed to see you.
The fire seems to have superheated the ground here. I hope you have a way to get us over it.
Well, if it isn't you. Ah, greetings and whatnot. Well, if it isn't you. I'm overjoyed to see you.
We're here! Now, let me see if I can find a way into the vault. As I suspected, the entrance to the vault was broken off when Malicos breached the Twisting Nether during the Nexus Wars. I feel the powers it holds resonating through the Nexus. There must be another way to reach the vault. Aha! That's... Wait a moment. The energy from the vault is surging! Brace yourself! This creature is using its own life essence to harm us! He dies a little more with every attack! That was too close. If the weapon goes unchecked much longer, it will bring this whole place down around us. Quickly, we must head to the rift. It's the only way.
Ah, greetings and whatnot. Well, if it isn't you.
Wait, didn't there used to be a bridge here?
Fools! You may have destroyed the Surge Needles, but you are too late to stop us! The power of Light's wrath will rip open the breach!
Oh, great. More ethereals. It looks like they're channeling the energy from the vault into the breach. This is not good. Come! Time to show these ethereals that I still have a bit of fight left in me. I will bring whatever power I have to bear against the Nexus Prince. But in my weakened state, it falls upon you to finish this threat. I hope you are prepared.
You are too late, interlopers! Nothing can stop me now! I have become void! The Ethereum will rise again! No!
So much for the all-powerful Void! You know you're not a bad ally. Pity you're not a dragon. I can open a portal to the vault, but I'll have to remain on this side to keep it open. The way is clear. Hurry, little one. I can't keep this open for long. You made it. But to leave this place with the weapon, you must first gain control of it. Good luck. Well done. The energies from the vault seem to be stabilizing. Now hurry back before the portal closes and you're locked inside. I am impressed. Never have I seen a priest capable of controlling Light's wrath. The Ethereals have been routed, and you have the weapon you came for. Your business here is finished. Mine, on the other hand, has just begun. I thank you for freeing me. You have given me the greatest gift of all. That of time. I will use that time to secure the Nexus. It must never again fall into the wrong hands. This portal will take you back to Kalagos. Please, give him my regards.
Greetings.
You have my gratitude for saving Azuragos. I can rest easy knowing that the Nexus is under his care. As for you, I can see you're full of surprises. Never in my time have I seen a priest who can control the chaotic energies of Light's wrath. You truly are the hero we need to face the Legion.
Remember your duty to Azeroth.
You have done a great thing for the Blue Dragons today, as well as for my own peace of mind. Now, armed with Light's wrath, I only ask that you fulfill your original goal and take the fight to the Legion. I believe Alonce's fowl awaits your return. Safe travels, friend.
May light and shadow guide you.
I've obtained a request from Vindicator Boros in Dalaran asking for our help. He has recovered a soldier who escaped from the Legion. He was injured and his wounds are resisting every healing treatment available to them. Normally this would fall to an acolyte to handle, but the soldier mentioned to in his delirium. I thought the holy gem was lost. You are strong with the light. Perhaps you can succeed where they can't.
A priest, thank the light. The Legion will not break us.
Thank you for arriving in such haste, sister.
Dionys Akka.
I thought Baron lost to us after the tragedy at the Broken Shore. Light knows we lost far too many good soldiers just like him there. I was shocked to see he was still alive when one of our patrols arrived carrying him. They found him floating in the sea with wounds that would kill any lesser Draenei. There is something about those wounds that resists everything we've done to treat them. Please, priest, as a brother in the light, I ask you do all that you can to help him recover.
He's just inside. Please, do whatever you can to save him.
Torre, Alora, escape! My head. Where am I? I need fresh air. Barum.
I owe you my life, sister, but that look on your face tells me you're here for something else. You tell Barum about his mentioning to in his sleep. I must have been dreaming of Alora. She was my cellmate on that accursed world that the demons took me to. She told me she saw the crystal, but never said much else. I just hope she is still alive. Alora and I were able to escape through one of the Legion's portals back to Azeroth, but that's about as far as our luck got us. The portal put us on a small isle somewhere to the west of the Broken Shore. They saw us quickly, and we made a run for the protection of the water. As I attempted to leap to safety, I was wounded. But Alora, she tripped, and I watched them drag her back. Rescue her, please. I'll mark where the camp is on your map. Just don't let her go through that ordeal again.
I'm coming with you. You helped one of my men, so it's only fitting that I return the favor.
I'll meet you at Crassus Landing. We can take my griffin down to the island. That beast is trying to take her soul. Hurry! We can still save her!
Another soul for the Legion.
I'm alive. By the light, I live again!
I felt my soul being ripped from my body. If you hadn't come when you did, I don't even want to think about it. Is there anything I can do to repay you? I owe you my life, after all. You mentioned to her Baram's story. Baram still lives too. Oh, thank the light. Yes, I will gladly tell you everything I know. I was serving aboard an airship that crashed on the way to the broken shore. I must have blacked out, as the next thing I remember was being jolted awake. I was on the broken land, and above me stood a Manari carrying a staff of darkened crystal. There was no mistaking it. That staff was Terur. All my life, I've heard stories about Terur flowing with the healing power of the light. Somehow the crystal has been darkened by the Manari. We must get it back and restore it to its pure form.
Prophet's mercy. What is that?
What are you filthy mortals doing near the Master's portal? I wish the answer from your soul.
Go deal with that demon. I'll tend to Alora.
Sinu Amanore, you were fortunate I was in the area. What brings you to this forsaken place? My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion.
You seek a demon with a staff of crystal. The Eridar that calls itself Lady Calendris has one that matches your description perfectly. She's my prey, though. I've been chasing her minion all over the Isles, and I'm not about to let this opportunity pass. I could use someone to watch my back, though. If you help me out, I'll be willing to let you take this staff you seek. I don't care about her equipment. It's her soul that I'm after.
Do not give in to the power of the Legion.
Excellent. There's a gateway further down this pathway, and like most Legion constructs, it's powered by souls. I think the death of that Inquisitor should be just enough to activate it and open the way back to where it came from. Let's go see where the path takes us, shall we?
Remember, nothing is more important. Let's get going. The portal is just ahead.
And so we enter the lair of the beast. May the light protect us.
There are others trapped inside. Please, rescue them if you can. Thank you again.
Bless the light. You made it. This place is crawling with evil. Jace went to scout ahead, but when these demons attacked and put up this barrier, we were separated. He's still out there. Thank you, champion. With my strength renewed, I am able to dispel this foul magic. Come, hero. Jace was heading this way. We fight at your side, Demon Hunter!
Thank you, friends. I admit, I doubted you'd survive the demon's trap, Boros. Thought it would just be me and the priest now.
My wounds were severe, but our priest arrived just in time.
They closed the gates to the upper levels. Priest, use your holy magic to destroy the anchoring crystal. That should open our way. Excellent. Now let's get out of here.
What is that noise? Azeroth! If you allow another jailbreak, I'll strand you on this pathetic rock and leave you to rot!
Be on your guard. I sense a powerful demon ahead.
If you had faith in the light, Demon Hunter, there would be nothing to fear.
A prisoner. We could use her help. Free her.
Tas Dingo! Thank you for getting me out.
No more escapes on my watch.
The light has come to vanquish you, demon.
Many thanks again, man, for getting me out of there.
We seek the leader of this den of horrors, an Eredar called Lady Calindris.
Aye, she be outside directing her demons to load up more captives. I be having a score to settle with her. So if you be aiming to take her out, count me in.
Come, let's move before we encounter any more surprises.
Boros. The Legion will not break.
Our prey stands before us. We must strike now, before she can summon her defenses.
Are you truly so stupid? You presume to challenge an Eredar sorceress of the Burning Legion? Tired of this. Be consumed by that dark. No! My staff! It's just you and me now. My staff! It senses the light within you. What is it? No!
Oh, such power. I feel the demon's essence infusing every fiber of my being.
I fear for your soul, Demon Hunter. It's not too late. Turn to the light and be cleansed of your corruption.
Spare me your platitudes, Paladin. Your people know well the horrors that the Legion plans to unleash. The Legion must be stopped, and I will do everything in my power to make it so. Nothing is more important than their destruction.
You two can yell at each other later. It'd be time to get out of this place.
We welcome your help.
It is Tuur. I had thought it was lost to us forever. When I last saw this staff, we were escaping from a small world called Niskara. The Legion came upon us unawares, and we were only able to escape thanks to a few brave Vindicators who remained behind with Tuur to stall their attack. I did not think it could be done, but you were able to recover Tuur. You truly walk in the light. You have my respect and my thanks.
be just.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on future adventures. May the light give you strength until we meet next in the World of Warcraft.